In today's video, I will go through a checklist of self-inquiry and self-reflection questions that will be very helpful for anyone who wants to facilitate a workshop to go through several months in advance of the workshop. Can be just before the workshop, some of the questions, but since we need time generally to promote the event, it's good to start early. So I have 9 questions, 9 self-reflection themes, and it's good to make sure you have covered all these reflections as a way of setting yourself up for success and being clear on the main elements of what you want to offer. So, the first self-reflection question is, who is my target group? Who do I want to reach? And how will I reach them? And is there enough time for them to first hear about it, then decide to come, and then having the time available? So a mistake many people do, and I do it regularly myself, is I think if I invite 2 weeks in advance, it's enough. It's not enough, generally. People need a month, 2 months, 3 months to hear about it, then to hear about it again, then to schedule it. People have scheduled their time often far in advance in modern life. So I would say minimum 1 month, ideally 2 to 3 months before any workshop. Let's say for a short introduction workshop, probably 2 months is good. Up until 1 month. Less than 1 month, you risk not really getting so many people coming. Second self-reflection question. What are the benefits I would like my participants to have in order of priority? So it is the why. Why do I want to invite people for a workshop? Well, it must be because I want them to experience some benefits. Now, it's very good to be clear in your own mind and heart what are the most important benefits. And this is also a way to connect with the spirit of what you are offering, your inner motivation. Because when I connect with my deeper why, I feel meaning, I feel energy, I feel purpose, I feel direction, I feel everything makes sense. And this energy counters the other energy, which is fear. Fear of sticking my neck out, fear of failure, fear of nobody coming, fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment, fear of not being good enough, fear of making a mess, fear of even harming people, all kinds of fears. The deeper I'm in touch with the benefit, the more I have energy to counter the fears, often subconscious fears. So the benefits in a living presence style, inner transformation style workshop is generally something about essential presence, to awaken to a deeper connection within, coming home to something valuable within. Some aspect of that. What we all long for most deeply, whether we know it or not, is to come home to our nature as essential presence. because that is where the peace is, that is where the meaning is, that is where the resources is, that is where the creativity comes from, that is where the love lives, that is where freedom exists. So that is a benefit. And another benefit is the path there, learning ways to connect with that. So that's another benefit. And the third benefit is related to the ways we suffer, the ways, strategies we use that keep us disconnected. So that is the painful self-knowledge, to see how I fuck up my life, and I'm doing it. For instance, maybe I fuck up my life by blaming others, by being a victim. So, truth. You could say the headline is truth. Truth of essence, truth of powerful methods, truth of ego patterns, defense mechanisms that are self-defeating. So there's always a positive side, the inspiring side, oh, more love, freedom, peace, and there is the more challenging side. Look yourself in the mirror and see what you're doing and how much pain you're causing yourself and probably others as well. So write down the benefits and make a list order of priorities. Third question, which could be the second question, the order here is they go together actually. Both of them needs to be asked. So this one you could ask as the first or the second or the third. Now it's the third. What teachings and practices am I most passionate to share? What are the things that have touched me the most and have benefited me the most? So I'm entering this role of facilitator from the place of sharing something that has been valuable for me, and I would like others to experience it also. So I'm not coming so much as a teacher, but simply as a human being who wants to share something that has been of benefit to me, to anybody who would like to experience it. So it's a gift, it's an offering. Here is my offering to whoever would like to experience it. It's a bit like you learned a fantastic recipe for a cake, best cake you ever had. You learned how to make it, and now you offer it because you'd like people to experience this amazing cake. Will everybody think it is as amazing as you do? No. Some people will say, wow, it's right. It's absolutely amazing. And other people will say, nah, not my kind of cake. Same with the participant. You come with a precious gift, and some people say, nah, not my cup of tea. That we have to be able to tolerate. That is not easy. One way is to focus on the people who actually enjoy your particular cake and let the others not like it so much. That's a practice. So you're coming from a passion. The passion is contagious. If you love what you teach, you can teach almost anything. People are attracted by genuine passion for something. It can be a quiet passion, it can be an energetic passion, but you feel, I love this stuff. Fourth question, what does being in service mean to me? Why this question? Well, because when you enter into the role of a coach or a facilitator, teacher, you are entering in service of other people's soul. You are making yourself available to serve somebody else for their benefit. So what does it mean to you to be in service? It's a beautiful thing, and we need to own the beauty of it, and we need to own our intention to be of service. That will also put our attention where it's a good place to be in this offering, gifting. I'm not trying to sell. I'm not a used car salesman. I'm not trying to convince. I'm being in service. What does that mean? Next question. What are my main trigger points in relation to people? And what childhood needs are behind those trigger points? So stepping into a facilitator, teacher role, I will be triggered. Just by being in that role is triggering. Everybody's attention is on me. Now it's up to me to deliver. So fear of what? Fear of being rejected, fear of disconnection, fear of not being loved, fear of not being seen as intelligent, fear of being unclear, fear of failure, fear of shame, which is related to value, self-worth. What are my main trigger points and what are the main needs? Because I bring these inner child and they are activated generally when I step into this role. And if I can own those needs and own those triggers, then they won't come through in an unconscious way. And I will be experienced as more authentic, as a safer person to be around. I own my inner child. My inner child is with me. I hold the hand. I don't need to speak about that with the group. I can mention some of it, but generally, no need. I own it. I'm authentic. I have to allow myself to be vulnerable, open, sensitive. That means not to be too afraid of being triggered. So a follow-up question on that topic is, how can I handle my trigger needs when I am in a facilitator role? So if somebody I suggest we do something and somebody says, no, I think that's a bad idea, I don't want to do it. Or I give a teaching and somebody says, I totally disagree, that's not how it is with a human being. Or you guide people in an exercise where one is supposed to listen, one is supposed to speak, and both are just talking, chit-chat, blah, blah, blah. There's no depth. They're not following your instructions. Maybe that triggers you. Or you try to teach something and everybody looks completely confused. It's like you're not getting through, you're not being clear enough. Maybe you feel stupid. So the need for intelligence, clarity. Of course, the basic is stop, notice, allow. Self-coaching, embrace, allow, sensations, feelings. Go to not knowing mind, breathe, sense the body, begin afresh. So that is our basic approach to deal with triggers. Take a break, contemplate how you will deal with triggers of different levels of intensity. At some point, if you work as a facilitator, you will be very challenged. This is guaranteed. So, practice. 7th question, how can I learn and grow by being in the facilitator role? So this is also an energizing and motivating question. How can stepping into this role help me learn and grow? What do I enjoy the most to learn about? So how can I be a student while being a teacher? I'm also a student in the teacher role. I'm here to learn and grow. It's actually very empowering, and it also balances the projection field. When you're the teacher, you become a bit the parent role, and the students become a bit the children role, and then there's a little fight. Little people are trying to navigate, because you actually have to own the leadership role, but at the same time being completely equal as human beings. So I'm here to grow, you're here to grow, I'm a human being with strengths and weaknesses, so are you. We're all in the same boat. I happen to be facilitating. You can say something like that. Don't make yourself too important, and don't make yourself not important. You are the leader, but it's also not that important who is the leader. Another empowering question. What is most fun and enjoyable for me in being a facilitator, or in having the facilitator role? What is most fun and enjoyable? So I just feel into it. Why do I like it? What do I like about it? What's fun about it? What's creative about it? What's exciting about it? What's nourishing about it? What's different ways to ask the same question. What stimulates me? What energizes me? What brings me alive in that role? What's joyful about it? What's fun about it? This life may be fundamentally about enjoyment. It's possible that that is one of the main purposes of this life. Deep, fundamental enjoyment. Enjoying it. Life is for deep, profound enjoyment. Perhaps. What do you think? Question number 9, and the last question for today. Of course, this list is a bit arbitrary. Could be 18 questions, could be 12 questions, could be 50 questions. So I chose 9 important ones. You may, of course, add your own. How ready am I to continuously promote my event in all channels available to me? How ready am I to continuously promote my event in all channels available to me, including taking help from others? So if you want to be a facilitator, you want to offer a gift to the world, but you say, I don't like promotion, then you're a bit off. It doesn't work. It is like, yeah, I want to have this great summer party with live music in the countryside, and I see 50 people there for the whole day from 11 in the morning to late in the evening. I just feel such excitement, but I don't have any energy for inviting people. That's somebody else can do. It doesn't work like that. The event and the promotion of the event are really one thing. So if you have resistance to promotion, this you really need to look deeply into through probably some coaching support. It's not selling. The promotion is owning your gift. Look, this wonderful possibility exists. You're warmly welcome. You tell everybody you meet. You post it on Facebook. You make an event. You make a little article. You call people. You ask for some support in promoting it. You invite the people. Promotion means I'm excited about something. I would love for people to experience it, and I would love, therefore, to tell them about it and give them the possibility to choose it. So what we need to get out of is this trying to get participants away. Shoof. No. Giving people a possibility to choose something that you find wonderful if they so wish and have time and have money. Money is not on my list for now, but of course, let's add that as a 10th question. What is the amount of money I feel would be appropriate for this event? And do I want to scale? And so on. Again, not trying to sell an event through low price tag. It doesn't also work. It's more like what feels like an appropriate exchange for this kind of event. What makes me feel relaxed, covers my costs. If it's my profession, gives me an income, or is it promotion, also makes it be taken more seriously by the participants. Take a breath. It's a lot. You can listen to this video again and stop it after each question. Take one question per day. Use your pen, do with a friend, and so on. Thank you.